Hey everybody, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point, and we are here to talk about another celebrity passing. This time it is Larry Flynt, the founder of Hustler magazine and president of Larry Flynt Publications. According to his brother Jimmy, he passed away today in Los Angeles at the age of 78. And a little bit about Larry Flynt. He was a notable figure in the porn industry for nearly 50 years, launching Hustler magazine in 1974 and later expanding to 3 television channels known as Hustler TV. Flynt was also known for his many legal battles involving adult entertainment and the First Amendment, which portrayed in Milos Forman's 1996 Oscar-nominated film, The People vs. Larry Flynt, in which Woody Harrelson played Flynt, and Flynt himself guest starred as a judge. Born on November 1st, 1942 in Lakeville, Kentucky, Flynt grew up in poverty and eventually joined the United States Army at the age of 15 using a counterfeit birth certificate. After being honorably discharged, Flynt worked at the Inland Manufacturing Company for a few months and then as a bootlegger before enlisting in the Navy in 1960. After he was once again honorably discharged in 1964, Flynt entered into the bar business and eventually opened hustler clubs all around Ohio. In 1972, Flynt started the Hustler newsletter, which was a 2-page publication about his club. It became so popular that Flynt expanded it and eventually became Hustler magazine, which went several steps further than Playboy, with sexually explicit nude photos as well as paparazzi pictures of former First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy. And so he was a prime example that you could take a simple idea and it can manifest into something larger than life, and you and your family and generations to come can feed off of that one simple idea. So during Hustler's early years, the publication faced many legal battles over obscenity laws. In March 1978, while Flynt was leaving a court hearing in Georgia, he was shot on the sidewalk by a gunman who was later revealed to be serial killer Joseph Paul Franklin. The shooting left Flynt partially paralyzed from the waist down with permanent spinal cord damage, and Flynt used a gold-plated, velvet-lined wheelchair from then on. Franklin didn't confess to the attempted murder until years later and said his reasoning was that an interracial photo shoot in Hustler that had enraged him. Franklin was eventually sentenced to death, but Flynt famously expressed his opposition to the death penalty in 2019 to no avail. Flynt was involved in several other obscenity cases, including Hustler magazine versus Falwell in 1988, which went to the Supreme Court, which ultimately sided with Flynt. Flynt was also charged with obscenity-related offenses in 1988 as a result of a sting operation. And so it's so interesting about that Falwell case is that in my ethics class during college, we actually covered that case, watched the movie, and then part of our assignment was to defend whether or not this was a First Amendment, case, or whether, he was within his rights to actually do what he did. And so the basis of the case was that a lead story in the November 1983 issue of Hustler magazine featured a parody of an advertisement modeled after an actual ad campaign claiming that Falwell, a fundamentalist minister, and you guys know who he is, Jerry Falwell, I'm sure you've heard that name, and political leader, had a drunken relationship with his mother in an outhouse. Falwell sued to recover damages for liable invasion of privacy and intentional infliction of emotional distress. Falwell won a jury verdict on the emotional distress claim and was awarded a total of $150,000 in damages. And of course, Hustler magazine appealed to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court ruled in his favor. Flynt also faced controversy in his personal life. On June 27, 1987, Flynt's fourth wife, Althea Leisure, was found dead in the bathtub of their Bel Air mansion. Authorities ruled the death an accidental drowning. In 1998, Flynt married his former nurse, Elizabeth Berrios. The same year, Flynt's daughter, Tanya Flynt Vega accused him of molesting her as a child in her book Hustled. Flynt, of course, denied those claims. Flynt also tried his hand at politics, running for president briefly in 1984 and for governor of California in 2003's recall election. He was vocal against Donald Trump and even offered a $10 million reward in 2017 to anyone with evidence that could lead to his impeachment. Flynt is survived by his wife, who is actually his fifth wife, Berrios, and several children. He was predeceased by his daughter, Lisa Flynt Fugit, who died in 2014. So, condolences to the family of Larry Flynt. He lived a prosperous and colorful life. And so that's it for me, guys. Go ahead, leave your comments below, rate the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next time, I shall talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.